Esther, Michael's friend and godfather to his 3 children, is with me now. And I can't believe, first of all, it's 4 years, Mark. It seems extraordinary that it's 4 years since he died. When was the last time you were in touch with him?
Well, I had some phone contact last week with a close member of the family, and I understand that things, although are not great with Paris, but they're not too bad, and she's being looked after, has just contact with very, very close members of the family, but she's doing okay.
She's doing all right.
She'll be all right. She'll be fine.
Because you know, you must think, I bet your instinct obviously would have just been to try and help her, you know, when you heard this, because she did get in touch with you, didn't she, or tried to get in touch with you shortly before she made that attempt?
Well, I believe so. You know, my family, my kiddies, my girls and my son, we were all very close with Michael and his children, and it's a shame that the 4 years that we haven't really seen them. It's important for them to have friends. It's important for everyone to have friends, to reach out, not just friends within show business, but just kind of my kids are relatively, well, normal. Yeah, it would be good for them to have that. I mean, I would imagine that he would be absolutely devastated, you know, Michael would be devastated looking at what's happened particularly to Paris. Well, that's right. He did so much to protect his children, and for them to have all this media attention, I think he would have been quite disturbed by it. Whether or not it'll have any long-term damage, lasting effect on him, I hopefully not, but he wouldn't have wanted this. Because
he did protect them, didn't he? I mean, because he spent a lot of time with you, and if you like, being normal, you know, having a so-called normal life away from the cameras. I mean, he had this very sort of like this persona that's slightly wacko-jacko and all of that, and then you would have seen the other side, wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we spent many times just chilling out over a pizza or fish and chips, lying on the floor watching DVDs, and just behaving like any kind of normal teenage family with teenage kids or younger children. No pretense, no show busy stuff.
And I bet you that was really good for him as well. You know, I bet he really enjoyed that.
He did. He really enjoyed it. I know he did. And you know, it's just a shame that I can reach out to my godchildren as they are, and just say that if they ever need to come over to the UK, they can come and visit, and it would be lovely to see them. The door is always open for them to come.
Yeah, because maybe when they get older, because just now it seems to be so incredibly complicated. It's not like you can just pick up the phone and say, hi, you know, I'd love to talk to Paris. You've got to get through so many different people. There's so many different interests there as well. Yes. You know, that's the trouble, and so many factions.
Well, unfortunately,
it's very complicated.
That's true, and they're almost a commodity now, so it's even more difficult. And in light of what's happened with Paris, it's going to be even more difficult because all the social media's closed down and phone lines have been closed. And yeah, okay, they're looking after her, I'm sure, in the best way they possibly can. But eventually, maybe in a couple of months' time, when things start to get better for her, then you know, lines of communication will open up again.
It really is a worry. I mean, a lot of people have said it was just really a cry for help more than anything else. She didn't mean to take her own life. It wasn't like that was what she was setting out to do. It was just kind of, she just wanted somebody to notice her, you know, to sort of, I guess.
Hey,
and
you know, I'm here. You know, come on, this is happening, and I do hope that it is. It's a serious incident, obviously, but I hope it's not something that she really did mean to do. And from my understanding, wasn't a serious attempt. But obviously, it was a cry for help. And then we must respect that and try and do the best we can.
It's very sad. What about all these rumours, though? Because, you know, we were talking to Michael's bodyguard earlier on, and he was saying, oh, he might be the biological dad of the tiny one, of the little one, little blanket. And there's been all these rumours about you might be the biological dad. What actually, will we ever get to the truth, do you think?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you know, the children are in the best possible place for them. Michael was their father. I mean, Michael brought those children up, whether or not he was the biological father. He was the father from day one. You know, and I can't see why that situation would change. Okay, Michael is not around anymore, but the mechanisms he left in place for the welfare of the children. Okay, we've had this slight hiccup with Paris, but I'm sure that is a hiccup and things will get back on track.
Right. But do you not feel sometimes when you're sitting here and you're looking at all of this unfold, and there must be part of you that just wants to go over there and just give them a big hug?
Of course,
you know,
exactly.
and just say, actually, I'm here for you if you need me.
Well, Michael may be their godfather.
Yes.
And as a godfather,
and that's a responsibility,
I do have
huge
a
responsibility.
I know, and I would just love to go and just pick them up and give them a big hug. Then we all go down and have fish and chips or pizza or whatever.
And just be normal.
Just be normal, hang out.
It is really sad the way that things have panned out for them, and the fact that they did lose their dad. I mean, you must have been in touch with him shortly before he died. Was he in a really bad place, or how was he doing?
He didn't appear to be. He was really excited. He was really fired up. Spoke to him on the phone several times before or during the rehearsals, and maybe 3 or 4 days before the tragic event that happened 4 years ago today. And he was really excited. He was going to come over to the UK. His kids had never seen him perform. He was really fired up about it. He wanted my children to see. My daughter was going to go up on stage with one of the numbers. We were kind of working on that idea. He was renting a house just outside of London, and we had big plans to go and stay over the summer holidays with him. And
so he'd everything to live for. He'd everything to live for.
Everything to live for. Gosh. And then
we all remember when we got the news, but for someone like yourself who was so close to him, that, you know, to hear that had happened must have been really, really difficult to come to terms with.
Well, I was in a state of shock, I think, but not just for a day, for a month or so. I mean, I just could not comprehend. It was as if it was too much information. I just was in some kind of dreamlike state and thinking I'm going to wake up from this. And I remember for about 3 or 4 weeks going to bed and thinking, I'm going to wake up, and this is not going to be true.
Yeah. It's, like I say, I can't believe that it's been 4 years. It's just, it seems extraordinary, doesn't it? But you're here for those kids. If they need you, you're here for them. That's the message.
Right here.
Good. Mark, thank you for coming in and talking to us. Really appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thank
Lorraine.
you very much. Right, it's 10 minutes.